Hello, I'm Priscilla Archangel, and my leadership insight for you today is one step back, two steps forward. Several months ago, I injured the tendons on the ball of my foot, and I thought it would heal by itself over time, but after 5 weeks of gingerly walking and limping on it in a variety of shoes, I made an emergency appointment with a podiatrist. He showed me how to wrap it with athletic tape and warned me if I wasn't careful, I would need a medical boot. And since I'm training for a half marathon in October, this is a really inopportune time for a foot injury. So I'm keeping it taped, and surprisingly, my running shoes provide good protection and support. What's my point here? In life, we're taught to focus on making progress, always moving forward. But sometimes we misstep. We injure ourselves, we have to take one step backward in order to take two steps forward. And this is never what we want to hear because society encourages us to move ahead quickly to reach our goals. We're taught how to leverage power and influence, to market and communicate our accomplishments, and to focus on our strengths. We're introduced to others based on our status or our position. We focus on career advancement, developing strategies for our roles and responsibilities, and emphasizing the products and services we deliver. And we communicate via business messaging and social media and social circles and community honors that we receive. We enhance the visibility of our steps forward, but the reality is sometimes we have to pause and take one step back before we can truly make progress. To our colleagues, it may look like a failure or a weakness. Our egos may feel bruised, our self-confidence diminished, but frankly, it's a healing moment. And anyone who hasn't had one isn't being truthful with themselves. One step back may look like regrouping from a failure. This could be a job loss, a product flaw, some strategic misstep, or financial distress. It could look like resting from challenges. So just as sleep is important to the human body, it's critical for the journey of life. It's a time to pause and reflect and begin the healing process. It could look like viewing the landscape ahead to craft a plan. Take some time to observe your surroundings and identify potential options to moving forward. It could look like pivoting to a different and more effective direction. And there are always multiple pathways to get to our goal. The most obvious one isn't always the safest or the most direct, nor might it align with your skill level. It may look like training for the leap. I mentioned I was training to complete a half marathon, and even though it's my second one, I now know more about the physical demands involved and the need to strengthen my body. So I'm approaching it a bit differently this time and listening more to the advice of the pros. What does two steps forward look like? It's a critical moment to position ourselves for the future. We can focus on progress, but not necessarily speed. By laughing at ourselves? Now, that sounds quirky, but it eases the tension, it reduces stress, and it puts life in perspective. By recognizing our weaknesses. If feedback is our friend, we must understand those soft spots and find support to avoid re-injury. By being open and adaptable to new possibilities ahead. Some days we can only see a few feet ahead, and other days maybe a mile down the road, but trust the process. It can look like being accountable to a colleague, a coach, or a mentor for our actions. Many of us have just witnessed the 2024 Olympics in Paris, and three-time Olympian Simone Biles took a significant step back in the 2021 Tokyo Games when she withdrew from competition because she had the twisties. She lost her sense of self when she was in space and air when performing her twist. Now, this was a serious issue both for physical safety and mental health reasons. But Simone Biles bravely fought through the criticisms and took a 2-year break while she prioritized her health. She came back stronger than ever at the 2024 Games in Paris, winning 3 gold medals and 1 silver for a lifetime total of 7 golds, 2 bronze, and 2 silver. One step back leads to 2 steps forward. Thanks for listening.